There we are. Okay, so live has started there. Yay, and I lost you all. Okay, now we're here. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I just had mom and my dad here for the last week, and I just totally tuned out of everything and just had a really nice time with them. So I will say, we did plan this workshop while they were here. And I'm really excited. I mean, you all, if you were on the last team call we had, I'm lit up after going to the Founders Forum and talking with Tyler and the executive team, which is where things are. I left there and I felt like a sense of responsibility. Like ASEA, the corporate office, has done so much. Like they took us around and they said, look, these were our priorities for the year. Tell us how we did. And they took us through production. Guys, they have updated the process of making ASEA. There will be announcements about that in the new year with some efficiencies that have come in and the impact that means for all of us, but taking it. They have the new app that they've been working on for marketing, which is looking better and better. And I believe is going to be out to all markets, in this coming year. So it's really exciting, all the things they're working on. They made the ASEA Global website look incredible. They updated a lot for us with just emails, communications. They're doing a ton. And when I left, I thought, if they came and audited Team Dragonfly, like if someone came and watched me from the corporate office on my day-to-day in my ASEA business, would I be as proud as, they were to show me what they'd done? And I kind of went like, no, I think that, I don't know what it was this year, but coming out of COVID, just the craziness of doing things this way, that way, all these things, I think this year was a little scattered. I think everyone was a little tired. And I don't know about you, but my energy is lit up for next year. I feel like, Melina's with me. Good. I know Robin had a crazy year this year too. I know many of you did. And I just feel just collectively, there's something just zoning in on 2024. And what they said was, we need to grow. And I went, okay, well, that's my job. That's my one job with ASEA. It's to help them grow, and it helps me grow, and it helps other people get ASEA, and just everything lines up. So I wanted to have this game planning workshop. I am continuing to work with Fraser Brooks, as you guys know. So I attended his game planning workshop and pulled the things that I really liked from that to be sharing with you guys. So as always, I try to bring you the best of the industry of, what we need to do to move ourselves forward. And the number one thing we need is clarity. I think a lot of us, are wanting to do ASEA, feeling good about ASEA, but aren't clear on what our activities need to be, what our resources are. We're not clear on the basics. All right. So I wanted to just spend some time today helping you get clear and giving you focus and direction for the new year. You are going to be hearing from me. It's back to basics. 2024 is just back to basics, back to basics, back to basics. And I'm going to be putting some stuff together so you guys have the basics, because that's everything. When you're doing the basics, you grow. I was even talking with David yesterday, Dr. Silverman, and he said, Danielle, I'm back to basics too. Like, I'm ready to start a new fresh round of recruiting. Like, I'm just lit up about ASEA. I want more people to know about it. So there's just a collective energy. So I want you all to have a piece of paper. This is interactive. If you can turn your videos on, fantastic. I see Robin's got her paper. I want this to be as engaging as possible for you guys. It was really fun. I was doing just some auditing of 2023 for myself. I took myself through this process because I wouldn't be able to take myself through it today with you. So I took myself through this process, and I realized, how many of you have ever read Think and Grow Rich? It's like, basic for most entrepreneurs. I read that. Mom gave me that book. I read it back in, I think, 2016. And I wrote down, how they have you write down, like, that statement. And I haven't been able to find it, but I know I have it somewhere. I wrote down what I wanted my net worth to be by December of 2020. And I remember when December of 2020 came, my net worth was not that. And I was like, this stuff doesn't work. I was not happy. But I kept going, right? I knew okay, just keep moving, keep consistent. Things will come in time. All things in divine timing. And I kid you not, as I did my numbers this year, I looked at it and I went, oh my gosh, I hit it. I hit the net worth that I had been looking to create back in 2020. It just took me 3 more years. And I started laughing because so many people have said to me, you will overestimate what you can do in a year, and you will severely underestimate what you can do in 5. And I would even say 3 to 5. So with that, let's audit this past year. Some of you are brand new to the team. Welcome. I know I see Judy and Cindy and Melina. Welcome, guys. I know some of you have been around for a little while. So what I want to do is show you where you can find some of this information. So let me, I'm going to switch. Okay, this is where I get confused because here I have to switch it and here, boom. Okay, I want to show you where you can find this. We're going to be going into your back office. So everyone pull up your back office. Just go to teamacia.com. All right, and then just log in your username and password. And what I want you to do is I want you to come over to reports, and I want you to go to commission summary. If you have ever wondered how you earn money and what you're getting paid on, click commission details. It literally breaks down every paycheck of the year. All right, that'll break down for you. But I want you to go to commission summary, and commission summary is going to show you for period 1 of 2023 to period 52 of 2023, how much money did you make? All right, so the account I'm in, this person made $6,030.60 this year. All right, I just want you to audit. We're just auditing. So just what was your income? If you're brand new, it might be 0. That's okay. All right, that is totally okay. So next thing, if you are building on social media or have an interest on building in social media, I want you to go to all of your different social medias now, and I want you to write down your number of followers or friends, all right? Because different platforms, it's different. So I want you to go to Facebook. Let's go to Facebook first. Facebook now has followers and friends. So you can write down how many followers you have. If you're doing this on your phone, just when you come to your account, all right, it says it right under your name. So mine says 5,000, that's followers. And then friends, you got to scroll down to get. Or you could you can just click your friends. So if you click into that, you've got friends and you've got followers, and it will show you exactly how many. So I've got like 2,800 friends, and then the followers, it'll go between the two. Anybody need help finding their numbers? Peg, go ahead. Oh, you're muted.
Say again.
I can't find followers. I've found friends easily enough.
It might be that you, like my account is a creator account. It might be your account type. So if you don't automatically see followers, it might just be that your account is not set up in the same way. But if you click the little people underneath your big name, you'll be able to see, it should say friends following, or followers following friends.
Yeah, I just have friends, so I need to reset how I do that.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's like, I think I have a creator account, and I don't know, it says digital creator. I don't know when that happened, how it happened, but we can look into it for you, Peg.
Yeah, that would be good, because that's something that I keep track of anyway, but I don't have the creator one. I have the creator one in my Instagram, but not in this.
Okay, so let's move over to Instagram next. So on Instagram now, just come into your profile, and it's pretty easy. Up at the very, very top, it says followers. Yeah, the follower thing might just be, I think it's an account type thing on Facebook. I think Facebook made me a creator, probably because I've been put out enough, so I don't remember clicking anything. I think it like self did it.
Say again how you find the followers on
Instagram. Instagram, you're just coming to your home screen. So where you see if you click on the bottom right, your image, and then you'll see followers at the top middle. Okay, and guys, this is just if you're interested in growing on your social medias. Some of you might be, some of you might not be. If you have LinkedIn, Check out how many connections you have. I know several of you use LinkedIn. I don't, but it is good. I think there's probably a chunk of you that do LinkedIn, and I know there's some of you that do TikTok. So same thing on TikTok. Go into TikTok, and it's pretty clear also on TikTok. It's the number in the center, how many followers you have. And then I don't know how many of you use YouTube, but if you use YouTube, I know we have a YouTube superstar on the team, Catherine, so put also your channel numbers for that. All right. And then once you've done that, if you can just like put a 1 in the chat so I know you're done. I don't want to move us. We got a lot to do today, but I don't want to move us too fast. All right, Darlene is done. Fantastic. Peg is done. Good, good. And if you're not doing it because you're not interested in Instagram, just also say done. So I know. So Mom's done. Catherine's done. Beautiful, perfect, wonderful. Cindy's done. Kenneth is done. Ellen's done. Okay. All right, the next thing we're going to do is Kathy, Michelle, perfect. All right, I feel like we're all there. All right, the next thing I want you to do is we're going to audit your investments for 2023. And I do not mean this in like the stock market. I mean, what did you invest in yourself? Okay, and you might have to go back to credit cards or wherever you track, but just write it down, the things that you know you did. We'll start with books. Did you buy books this year? Did you read books? That's an investment in you. That's education. That's a write-off. Did you invest in any programs? Did you do any workshops? Did you go to any events that were in place? Did you buy programs? Did you work with a coach? All right, write down the things. If you already know, like I did, and I know what I spent, boom, boom, tick it off. And then did you go to events? Did you come to the ASEA convention? All right, that was an investment in you. I mean just for ASEA growth. Yes, Michelle. So not like credits for massage therapy and that kind of thing. This is your ASEA business stuff. Yeah, good question. Good question, because I know a lot of you do other things, but I'm talking ASEA related. What investment did you make in yourself? And if you know, like entertainment-wise, what you did, concerts, vacations, eating out, you know, the entertainment things. BNI is an investment. Yeah, definitely, Peg. BNI is definitely an investment in yourself, I would say, because a lot of personal development there. All right. And this is just rough right now because I know you might have to pull some numbers, but I just want to kind of get you thinking. If your entertainment number is bigger than your education number, the investment in yourself that you just wrote down, we got a problem. Okay? If entertainment is greater than education, might point towards some of the reason why you probably didn't move forward in your business the way you wanted to. All right, if you're just having all fun and we're not learning and growing, we're not going to do things. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm just saying think about where you're putting your money. And this next thing, I want you to look back at your income. And for some of you, I know, yeah, Cindy, it is a good point. It makes you stop and go, oh, shoot. Oh, I had money for like that vacation, but I didn't have money for the coach. Oh, I've just had a conversation with a woman this morning. She said, well, I'm going on a really big vacation and I want $2,000 to spend on my vacation. So I can't invest in any program. And I was like, interesting. Where are you deciding to spend your money? Right? You know, we only have so much of the pie. I'll never forget Tyler at this Founders Forum. He said, I've got 100 pennies, right? You know, there is an amount of money that we can allocate with ASEA in a given year. If I give a penny to one thing, it means I can't give it to another thing. So if I'm giving pennies to entertainment, might mean I can't give it to education. All right, so think about these things. And something that Fraser said that I just thought, whoa, like it hit me. He said, take the money you made this year in your business and invest it back into yourself. So whatever your income was, so this person was a $6,000 income. He said, take the $6,000 and put it back into you, getting to the next event, getting a coach, getting a program, doing something that's going to develop you personally, going to a Tony Robbins event, right? Think about that's not entertainment, right? That would count as education. It will be entertaining, but it will also help you grow. All right. So just thinking about that, does that make anybody go, oh, interesting. Oh, And he even said, if you're full-time, I dare you to take the amount of money you made with your full-time income and invest it in yourself. Where will you be in a year if you were to do that? All right. You are the best stock, right? If you like your value, anything, when you grow, that stays with you forever, forever. It will impact you personally, professionally. That's all there for you. So really think about that this year, guys. Make sure you've got the money set aside for your conferences, right? Next year, it's regional events. So there's a regional event in Europe, in Australia, in the US, and I think in Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken, or they already had their Malaysia one. But just think about what that is. That's definitely one of the things money's going towards. And then the second is, well, where can I invest in myself to get some support, right? I know several of you have invested in yourselves, and I've seen the growth. I've watched it in front of my eyes, what has happened with you when you've made those investments. I know some of you have made large investments this year that probably outshine what you made in ASEA. There's a YouTuber, Mr. Beast, and this is how he grew he's like the biggest YouTube channel ever. And all he does, every bit of money he makes, he invests it back into his channel. That's what he does. And so he's able to do bigger and bigger and crazier things because he just puts the money back in, to the business. So this business is you. So put the money back into you. All right. Did I drive that point home too much? I really think that this is something we all got to pay attention to. All right. The next number I want you to audit, going back into your back office. Okay. So coming back here, I want you to click on your dashboard. And what I want you to grab is the number of active associates and customers. So I want you to come down here to this section that says growth. Okay. I don't know if any of you pay attention to this, but on this section, what I want you to go look at and grab is how many total active associates are in the organization. All right. And then how many total active customers. Okay. And there's a sponsor tree versus the binary tree. For clarification. Okay. The binary tree, this person has someone that is also building the same leg. So they get what's called spillover from their upline. And so there are some customers in that spillover tree, but they're not there. So the sponsorship tree is the one I want you to look at because these are your people. Okay. So number of active customers. This means that these people in the last month have ordered some product. And I know we had a promo, so these numbers might be a little off because some people pushed because they got extra product, whatever. But just audit, okay? Total active associates, total active customers. And then if you want a little extra assignment, I don't think there's time to do it right now. I would like for you to audit how many customers you personally enrolled and how many associates you enrolled. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see your personal customer enrollments. Okay, and then you can see the date, right? So this was all 2023 customers. Okay, so they could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like they can count all that. And then to find the associates, you just click View Full Report and then Sponsor Name, and then you can go down and it will organize it by the sponsor name of, how many people that person enrolled. Okay, and then you just look at 2023 and you count your numbers. Questions with this? Pretty straightforward. These are reports it's good to get to know.
Easy to find what you're saying.
Could you do that whole thing over again about 5 times slower than you just did? That'd be great. Thanks.
Okay, I'll come back. Let me switch it for everyone to see. Okay, so on dashboard, come down to the section that says growth. And I want you to find this number, total active. That's your associate count. Okay. And then sponsor tree, preferred customers, that's your customer number. All right. And I just want you to know, because if we know, then we know how we can set a goal around it. Okay. And then if you're finding for yourself, pretty straightforward, you just come down your personal customers are listed out at the very bottom of your dashboard. Count them up. And your associates, you just have to click view full report, because very likely you're not going to be able to see everybody. And if you click view full report, you then can either just scroll through the year and count your name every time it comes up, or you can organize it by name. And if you just click sponsor name, it itself organizes. You can do it either way. Okay. All right. Is that helpful? Robin?
Danielle,
Yeah.
so
Michelle.
when it says sponsor tree, I just went back to full screen for a second, but when it said sponsor tree, was that like lifetime, or is that just people who have purchased this year?
It's that period. So it's showing this period, because the number will change week to week. So a period is a week, because we get paid weekly. So that number that I highlighted is showing you how many active customers there are this current week as of today.
Okay, because it shows like period 1 under growth. So I'm looking at that growth section. So like, first of all, when it said under growth, so total active is the number of associates.
Correct.
So if it says 1, and right now I don't have any other associates who are active, so that just means me? When it just says 1?
I don't know if it counts yourself. I would imagine there's somebody there that maybe you're not thinking of.
Okay, that could be like you were saying it could be someone else.
Yeah, it could be spillover that you're getting. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so then when it says sponsor tree preferred customer, so it's not like period 1, period 52,
Correct.
and all of that, it says 10. So that means that I have 10 active customers right now.
Yay, yes.
I didn't think I have that many. I really don't know that I have that many, but
It's in the sponsor tree. So that's showing yourself or other people you've brought in, their customers. Yeah.
okay. So I have to figure out, is there a way to see who those actually are? Because I don't really think that I have that many active right now.
We'll pull that for another day, Michelle. So I can get on with you to show you, because there's different reports you can run. But basically, well, okay, everyone's going to want to know. You just go to reports and you go to associate customer search and you just run it for customers.
Okay.
That's it. You just click customer and it runs it, and it'll show you your customers.
Okay, I do know how to use some of those, so that's where I'll just.
It's
go
the
in
first
there.
report on your screen.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So with that was kind of your numbers audit. So now this one's a bit more fun. This is your environment. We're going to audit your environment. So who made you feel good in 2023? Who lifted you up? Okay. Who made you feel good this year? Write down their names. Write down, maybe it's groups of people, like going to church made me feel good, or I'm in, a mastermind and everybody there makes me feel good, or coming to the team call makes me feel good, or my partner, my best friend, my whoever. Who made you feel good? When you're with them, you're like, oh, my heart is lifted. Like, I love it. Maybe it's somebody on social media you follow, right? Like I'd say Fraser Brooks makes me feel good. Jessie Lee Ward, she makes me feel good when I watch her content. All these things. So write those down. And then you probably know where I'm going to go with this. Who made you feel bad? And don't feel guilty for writing names down, because I know sometimes partners can bring you down in situations that are, family members. Who made you feel bad? Who you're like, whoa, after you stop hanging out, you're like, I need to go take a shower, right? Or like, dang, I just feel like a little sad. Who made you feel bad this year? And I just want you to understand something, right? A negative and a negative, right? Let's have a negative person that's just like, oh, work is terrible. Everything sucks. Blah, 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 blah. And you have another person that's like, oh my God, I know. Work is so terrible. Life is so stupid. Let's go eat some pizza, right? These two like negative people, they come together and they kind of cancel each other out. One's not bringing one down more. One's not bringing the other up more. The two negatives just cancel. They're not going anywhere, okay? But when you have a negative and a positive person, what can happen is that if the negative is really strong, it can start to bring the positive person down, okay? But if you have a positive and a positive, they accelerate each other. They just keep lifting up and up and up and up. And so what I want you to do, because some of these negative people I know you can't get away from, their family, they're baked into your world, have a ratio of 5 to 1. So the amount of time that you are around one of the negative people, cancel it out with 5 of the positive. Okay? Or if it's an hour of negativity, you need 5 hours of positivity. You following? So I need you to think about in 2024 how you're going to create that space. And some of the negative stuff, you can just cut it out. Are there calls you get on that you shouldn't because you feel bad at the end of it? Don't get on the call. Stop going. Stop going unless you must, unless it's work related. All right. Darlene, I quit my job. Oh, wow. Dang, that's a big thing. So just think about what you can do to create a different environment for yourself. Because guys, a lot of you are not moving forward because your environment's not right. Your environment is pulling you in too many different directions. Okay? So I want you to now think about what makes you feel good. What are activities that make you feel good? You know, is it walking? Is it going live on, social media? Is it talking to new people? Is it connecting with your customers? Is it thinking about, ways that you can share ASEA? Is it think about the things in your business that make you feel good and in life that make you feel good. And now think about the things that make you feel bad. Okay? What are the things you don't like to do? Do you not like follow-up because you get rejected? And so it makes you feel cruddy. Put it in. Put it on the list. Right? Or do you love follow-up because you're like, okay, yes, no, you're off my list. Let's keep going. I'm going to find my people. Right? Maybe follow-up inspires you. Maybe it drags you down. I don't care which it is. Just what is it? Right? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel bad? And what I now want you to start thinking about is in a week, your energy will vary. All right? And I didn't know this until Fraser encouraged me to start paying attention to it. He said, audit 2 weeks of your life, Danielle. Just pay attention. Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday evening, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. He said, audit. If you want to audit hourly. He said, just audit your life. Figure out when is your energy high and when is it low. And I had never thought about doing this. And I will tell you, I found out Mondays, pretty good. Tuesdays, I'm like fire. Wednesday, pretty good. Thursday, I'm in the pits. It's like every Thursday. I wake up and I'm like, rah, at the world, okay? Friday, I get back on board. It's like, it's a slower day, but not like the creative juices aren't flowing, but I can just get stuff done. Saturday, fire starts to turn on again. Sunday's great. So I found that Tuesday is a very, 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 very productive day for me. And so what do I love to do? Well, I need making content. So Tuesdays, I block entirely to make content. All right. And Thursdays, I do not put anything that requires a lot of energy or is anything that I don't like doing. I do the things I don't like doing on my middle energy days. Okay. So it doesn't just, if I do it on a low energy day, it's just not going to get done. Right. So do it on a medium energy day. And on the low energy days, do the things that bring you up a little bit, like listen to a podcast, go for a walk, right? Do some stuff that's just like accounting, like checkboxy work, these types of things. Figure out when you're in your rhythm, get in alignment with your body, with the flows of energy within you, okay? It's gonna make a big, big, big difference. So any questions on this? Because I wanna make sure this makes sense and that you start to kind of go, okay, and maybe you've never even thought about why you don't do follow-up. And now you're like, oh yeah, because it kind of makes me feel low when people tell me no. Or you're like, I freaking love it, right? Whatever it is. Or I don't ask the question because I'm afraid they're going to think I'm an idiot. Okay, well that needs to be something that we do on a day when we got a bit more energy. So you put some oomph behind it. All right, don't do it on a day when you got low energy. Is it making sense? Can I get nods, thumbs ups for those that I can see? Yeah, okay, perfect. What's Michelle saying here in the chat? I started looking at daily activities and writing down things that make me feel good and how to do things better in my days. Now I can start to look back at this. Good. Awesome. Making sense. Okay. I think it's really important to do and understand your rhythms and how you can put stuff together. Because guys, The other thing about your environment is when you break free of an environment that is holding you back, you will have a breakthrough. The soil that you plant your seed in determines it all. And I would encourage you every 90 days, get yourself to an event. Get yourself to something that puts you in rich soil. Okay? This might be a SIA event. It might be like a Dr. Joe Dispenza event. It might be something. I'm going to start doing quarterly events for the team like we used to, so that we can do this, get us thinking bigger, get connected to people that inspire us outside of, you hear me, Catherine, Mom, all the time. We'll get you in front of new voices. So just think about what you can do to shift and change your environment, because your environment will literally strangle you if it's not the right one. All right, now lessons. So this is the last part of our audit of 2023. What were your wins of this year? What were some of your wins from this year? What can you celebrate? I know that there were wins on this team. This can be SIA related. This can be personally. All right, personal wins, business wins. What were some of the wins that you had this year? Maybe a win was saying yes to a new opportunity. Maybe a win was investing in yourself in some way. Maybe a win was starting a new business partner. Maybe a win was getting a customer. Maybe a win was realizing that you had 10 customers and you didn't even know you had 10. Right? Focusing on that, right? So how many times, like how easy would it be for Michelle, I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna use you as an example, to go, there's only one associate. I have no business partners, right? It's so easy to focus on this like lack thing. Why not focus on the like, well, holy cow, I got 10 customers. Because aren't we all doing this because we want to earn an income and make a difference? You can do that just through customers, right? That's a steady income coming in through customers each and every week, right? If you have 10 customers and they're all buying a case of ASEA, that's $25 per, $250. That sounds pretty darn good to me. I'll take that all day, any day. I don't care if I'm hitting director 700. If I'm making $250, boom. That's what it's about. Those things will come in time. All right. Now, obviously, the next question, challenges. What were the challenges of 2023? Personal, business, write them down. And I want you to remember, guys, challenge, if you look at that word and you take out the LLE in the middle, that word says change. Challenge is a chance to change. Challenges help us grow. Challenges a lot of times move us into a different direction. I've got an oak tree outside that fell down in one of our storms, and Eddie had to cut it down. We had firewood. It was great. But that tree had a challenge. But if you go look at it now, there's change happening. There is a shoot that has come out of the side, and it's growing a new tree. It's huge stump. You'd be like, that tree's done. No, it's like, there was a challenge. Boom, chance to change, grow new. All right. So what were your challenges personally and in business? And what I want you to do is address each and every one of these challenges so you can overcome them in 2024. Make a sense? So you can make a plan so that you can overcome it so that next year this is not a challenge, right? It's the thing that allowed for change. You got to focus on it. I'm telling you, if you don't, your lessons just get louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. The same challenges will keep coming until they break you. And I don't want you to get to that point. I see some nods because we're like, oh yeah. That's a thing. Okay, biggest lesson of this year. What was your biggest lesson? Is it that you learned that you can ask for help? Was it that you learned to find your own confidence and your own voice? Was it that you learned more balance in your personal life and business? Was it that you got clear on a why? What was your biggest lesson? I love this last one for lessons. What's on your should-do list? What are the things where you're like, oh yeah, I should do that. Oh yeah, I should do that. Oh yeah, I should do that. What's on the should-do list? Lots of writing. I like it. Oh yeah, I should watch that. Oh yeah, I should talk to that person. Oh yeah, I should cancel that subscription. Oh yeah, to Netflix. Oh yeah, I should do this. I should do this. I should do this. I should do this. What is it? I should find those groups on Facebook. I should be connecting with new people every day. I should be asking the question. I should be following up. I should be doing a weekly event. I should be inviting people to the Ask the Doctor Zooms. I should be hosting my own in-home. I should be. All right. That list is now just become your must-do list for 2024. All right? All those should-dos, they're now must-dos. So in 2024, in a couple of days, they get on the must-do list, and you need to make a plan for getting those things done. Sound good? I like that look, Robin. I got a little bit of a side eye.
The stuff that I just put in my mouth too had an effect on how I received that.
All right. Any comments before I move into the goal setting? Any comments from just this reflective exercise? Is it helpful? Is it nice to kind of audit things? I love this time of year to just look back and go, okay, like what happened? Right? A lot happens in a year. Like this time last year, you were a different human being doing different things. You know, a lot goes on in a year. So Catherine says, great, love this, awesome. Okay. All right, goal setting. I want to talk about this because I think this comes to, like, when I set goals in my business, since forever, I've always set an income goal, like number of customers, number of associates, like rank. I set like really clear goals. And most people have this expectation, right? Well, I'll make 12,000 this year, and then 20,000 the next year, and then 40,000, and then 100,000, and then 250,000, and then I'm gonna be a millionaire. Right? We have this like expectation that it's going to be like this exponential curve up of growth. I see Peg smiling. She knows, right? We set these goals. And no one really sets a goal that says 20,000, then 5,000, then 40,000, then 25,000, then 13,000. Like nobody's setting those goals, are they? But if you've been in this business long enough, what's your graph look like? Does it look like this one or does it look like this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So why does that happen? Why does that happen? When you like launch a rocket, it takes a ton of energy and you just got to go, right? And then it gets to like a cruising orbit or, you know, the proverbial, if you're pushing a car up a hill or a rock up the hill, right? There's a lot of effort at the beginning, you know, and if you're continuing stopping and starting, you're doing the hardest part of the job again and again and again, and you never find momentum. You never find a rhythm. You never get into the orbit, right? You just stop, start. If you were to look back, sorry, one more audit. If you were to look back at this year, how many stop starts did you have? Because this business, we know, the key is just consistency. That is the only difference between someone that's had success and, you know, where you are now with the level of success you've had and where you're wanting to go. I am telling you, the only difference is consistency. So, how many stop starts did you have? Oh, I talked to people for 5 days in a row. Oh, and then I didn't talk to anybody for 5 days. Oh, now I'm going to start talking to people again. Right. Do you guys, it's a little exhausting, right? The stop, the start, the stop, the start, the stop, the start. Fraser says, you cannot have more than 5 stop starts in a year or you're going to burn out. And I've watched it. It has broken my heart a lot of times because I have seen people come into Team Dragonfly with tons of excitement. They get some initial momentum, then they get sidetracked for a little bit. They come back. It's a little bit harder to start. They're like, oh, They get a little distracted again. Life happens. They come back and it's like, oh, it's exhausting. Some of you were on this call. I've watched it happen to you. You stop, start. I'm in. I'm going for it. Oh, life happened. I'm in. I'm going for it. Oh, life happened. I'm in. I'm going for it. Life happened. All right? And I mean, life will happen. And here's the thing. It's going to happen. Period. The question is, how are you going to manage life happening so you can continue to move forward, so you can be consistent? And that's when you have the clarity in your business and you have clarity on your why. Because if you are stopping and starting and you're not doing the work, I would put forth to you that very likely it's because your why is a lie. And the why you claim to have is actually not a motivating factor. If your why is just, I want to help people, I am sorry, and I don't mean to be rude, you're not going to get anywhere. Because it sounds good and it sounds idealistic and all of these things, but at the end of the day, when you're having a rough day, I mean, I had an event planned. I'll never forget this. We had grandma's, my mom's mom, funeral in the morning, and I had an event planned already, had been planned for months in the afternoon. Would you have shown up to the event? Or would you have let life get into the way? Right? I did the family thing, but I had a commitment to like 40 people that were coming into a room, and I said, okay, I'm going to go do that and then I'll come back. You know, you just have to compartmentalize sometimes and move forward. It's tricky, right? It's not easy. You look at anyone that's had a level of success, they have made sacrifices that you're completely unaware of. Because I promise you, their life is happening too. Full blown, full on, intense. All right? There's health issues in their families. There's all sorts of stuff going on. Guys, it happens to all of us. None of us are immune to it. You know, we're all dealing with all of these things. It's just a question of, is your why in your business strong enough that it's going to keep you moving forward when all the crap piles on? Because the crap's coming. And I know it's full on for some of you right now. There's a lot going on. So come back to your why. What is your motivating factor? And your why will change. Your why will change over the years. You know, initially it might have been you want your product cost covered. If you're not there yet, okay, well, maybe you need a bigger why. Maybe that why is not big enough to get your booty into action. Okay, maybe you need a why of, well, I need the mortgage covered, or I want to go on this trip and I need $10,000 to make this thing happen. Maybe that's your why. Like, what's your motivating factor? The people that I see just blast off have a super clear why and amount that they're looking for because they know what that money is then going to be used for. Let yourself dream. Let yourself think about, well, what could I do? What would life look like? Allow yourself to. That's the big vision. Okay? It's like, I love Fraser says, it's like a 1,000-piece puzzle. Okay? That's the puzzle you're trying to put together. And then you piece by piece, set goals, do the daily method of operations, keep showing up, launch your new associates. You do these little pieces that get the whole puzzle there. All right? So you're going to set some goals for yourself. And this, we're not going to have time on this call to do this, but just if you would like, I have always made a strategic plan for my business and it had different categories. So, you know, this is what a SIA corporate office does. This is what any business does. I think it's important for all of you to do. So I would encourage you to just do a brain dump. All right. We're not doing this right now, but just write down these things. Do a brain dump. What is everything that you want? Everything you can think of that you want. Ideal scene. Is it more land for your animals? Is it being able to buy certain foods? Is it a certain home? Is it a certain relationship? Is it a certain fitness level? Is it a certain amount of fun? What is it? Is it, you know, being able to give back, to donate, to go on mission trips? Like, what's the stuff you want? Brain dump it all. And then categorize it into these 5 F's. Finances, family, faith, fitness, and fun. Okay? Finances, family, faith, fitness, and fun. And then prioritize 3 in each category. From your brain dump, you're going to take 3 from each category, make those your priority, and then if you really want to make things happen, put a why times 7 to each of those goals. Why do you want it? Why do you want more land for your animals? Why do you want that? Well, why do you want that? What? Ask why 7 times. And then you'll really know if you really want it. And the why won't be a lie. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's, oh, I just want to help people. That's not a why. Why do you want to help people? Right? What is the real underlying essence of why you want to do that? Okay? You got to go deep. I know. We're not used to going deep on ourselves. This is why we do this. Okay? And then put it on a vision board. Make a vision board, make it visual. And the best thing I've ever done, this was through my coach. She was a Bob Proctor person. I did Thinking into Results with her. And she had us do an audio. And it was like the best thing ever. We had to talk to ourselves from the space of the goal, the vision already had been received. Okay, so then when I went on walks every morning with the dog, and it's like, I look at this and I'm like, man, everything happened when I was doing that. And then I stopped. Why did I stop? I don't know. This is a good reminder for me and you. Put it into words. Talk to yourself from, the version of you in 2024 or 2025. Like, oh my gosh, 2024 was absolutely amazing. We got to go on a beautiful trip to Greece with the family, and we got to see X and Y and Z, and we got to eat this food, and it was so delicious, and you met a new business partner while you were over there, and like, speak into existence what you want. And there is something magical about hearing your own voice tell you that it's done. Speaking from the place of not I want or whatever, but just it's already is, right? They say be, do, have. Be it. Hold the space if it's done. All right? I would encourage you to do that. And then set a goal for yourself on these things. And we'll do this now. So let's see. Oops, I already had that. Okay. In 2024, X income. What is the income you want to create in 2024 from ASEA? Don't second guess it. Just write it down. Don't overanalyze. Write it down. You know that Tyler Norton said, if your business grows by 12%, you're a great leader and you got a solid business. Okay, you don't need to set some astronomical crazy goal unless that's going to motivate you. But a lot of times people do that. It demotivates them. Okay? Set an income goal. Next, how much are you investing in yourself? How much are you investing in yourself? And how many of you just had a little bit of an issue with me saying that? You're worth it. I promise. It'll shift you. How many events are you going to attend? Remember, I encouraged at least every 90 days. And I would say in-person events are really the way to go. All right. How many books are you going to read? What do they say? Learners are earners, leaders are readers. Right? It's the truth. I've got a list of books, spiritual books, leadership books, business books. And I have I think there's 3 or 4 in every category of what I'm reading this year. I'm dialed in. So what books are you going to read? If you need ideas, we've got lots of ideas and boards, from personal development to also network marketing books. If you're not a raving fan of this industry, you need to read the network marketing books. Okay, we got the best thing in our hands. All right, how many new customers? What is your ideal number of new customers that you would like? And everybody should be writing, because this is for everybody for 2024. You're brand new. How many new team members would you like to have? How many new team members would you like to have? Roughly on average, every bronze has about 25 associates that have come in and said they want to build a business. Not that they have done anything, but about 25. They found the couple that have, so that's a helpful number to know. Silver, it's around 30, I think, or a little over 20. It's like 27, 28. It's like right in there. Diamond, I think, is like 50. So, how many team members? Not just glorified customers, but I'm talking team members. Remember, a customer should be a customer. Please don't sign a customer up as an associate. You are shooting yourself and them in the foot. Customer's customer, make them a customer. Your team members should be people that want to share. All right, how many Director 300s do you want to create in your organization? Bronze, you need 2. Silver, 3. Gold, 4. Platinum, 5. Diamond, 6. I've always said if you're going for bronze, go for more than 2 because Director 300s have to hit every week. So maybe go for 5, go for 4. Don't just depend on 2 human beings. All right. And the last one, how many new people are you going to connect with every day? This is the consistency machine. This is where the basics done every single day make a big difference. Now, if you can, I would put your goals on a Post-it note. These: X income, X investment in myself, X events, X books, X customers, X team members, X D300s, X people I will connect with daily, and stick it in your workstation. So you see it all the time and you can come back to it. Let it be your guiding light. All right. Anything you got questions on with this? Who's excited? Like, who's encouraged about their goals? Who wants to share them? I would love to see. If you want to put in the chat, what is your income goal for this year and how many new people are you going to talk to? Let's do the first and last. What's your income goal for the year and how many absolutely new people, new connections are you going to make for yourself? This is exactly what I needed for 2024. Good. 12,000, 2 new people daily. Nice. Thank you, Michelle. I see people typing. I see people thinking. Maybe you didn't write a number down and now you have to. All right, 43,200. I like the specifics on that one, Peg. And 3 new people daily. 10,000 and 2 new people daily. All right. And this is consistent. Have to. Some days you're going to need to talk to more than that, right? Because if you're doing 2 people a day, that's a slow road to I don't even know where. But that's the minimum number, okay? So then there's a maximum number. Danielle, do you have the dollar amount for cost of taking ASEA 4 ounces a day and 8 ounces a day for a year? Oh, because you're trying to cover your costs. So it's 130, call it 150 with taxes and blah, 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 for a case. So that's 150 to 300 a month cost, Melina, and just times that by 12. So 150 times 12, 1,800, 150 a month, yeah. So that's 1,800 in a year, and then 300 times 12 is 3,600, right, doubled. So if your goal is around product cost coverage, there you go. that's what you're looking to do. But yeah, 150 a month, which is a handful of customers. Okay, I am grateful to those of you that were brave enough to write it down and put it in the chat. Okay, this is something that I think is really, really important to think about what you want to create and what your business can look like. Oh, I like that. Mom says net. So she's going, not just what comes in, but what do I get to keep? Yes, that's a big thing. There's, earning 6 figures and then there's keeping 6 figures. There's earning 50,000 and then there's keeping 50,000. So I like that. How much do we get for getting a person to sign on for 4 ounces a day? It will help me estimate what I expect to earn. What I want to say, Melina, I'm just going to use this as sort of a teaching moment. You're worried too much about the how. You're thinking very analytically. I want you to just get that out of your head for a moment and think about what you want. Ideal scenario, let yourself dream, not what you practically think could happen by putting X and Y people together and okay, I got 5 and now I got it and I can find 5. Let your heart just speak to you. What would you like to create? How much income would you truly love to have? And then we can make the plan for what that looks like, right? We talked about with Michelle, you get $25 for a customer that buys a case of ASEA. So you could just do it through customers. Or you could build a team. And then that just continues to grow when you get other people that are sharing. So with that, and those of you that have more detailed questions, right, we can get into that. I want to just wrap up with some announcements with the new year. So like I said, we're going back to basics in 2024. And a couple of things that I want you to know what my dedication to you all is to help. Remember that if you've ever read GoPro, Eric Worre says, fire your upline. Get them out of your life and just do your own thing because you need to become independent. you guys have resources. I think it's helpful to have resources, people, team to kind of show you the way so that you can learn a little bit faster, right? Mentors just collapse time for you. So in that role, take it or leave it, right? It is your business, but what I plan on providing is teaching the basics. The basics being where and how do you generate leads, new people to talk to. It's the lifeblood of your business. So I will be hammering that home online and offline. Okay, so I know some of you are just building solely on the internet. Some of you are doing it in person. Generating leads, we'll be talking about. How to build relationships. I'll be teaching on that constantly. How to ask the question. How to qualify people. The better you qualify someone, the easier follow-up is. The sale is pretty much done because they sell themselves if you qualify somebody well. What tools to use, right, to share. How to follow up. How to close someone, which is something that I think a lot of people, we need to focus on more. And how to launch someone with the product and with the business. All right. I'm going to teach on Saturdays. We are moving the team call. I know there's a lot of professionals on our team, a lot of people that are not able to come on the weekday call that we've had. So it will be from 10 to 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, Eastern Standard Time, before the Q&A call. Okay. So it's just Saturday morning is a see ya. Okay. You can come to all or some or whatever you need, but your daily support will be through WhatsApp. We have the chat group where obviously Dr. Silverman, myself, Catherine, Mom, we announce events, things that are going on. Just stay plugged in. And yeah, Catherine, I'm glad you're a fan. I just think it'll be easier for people. You know, and I think about back to basics. What did I do to build my business? Every Saturday, I went to a training from 10 to noon. I went to a 2-hour training every Saturday for 3 years. That's what got me in the zone. And I just drilled basics every Saturday with my mentor. That's what we're going to do. So we'll have a half hour. You have the support inside of boards. You have customer support, guys. If you ever need help, live chat, call support. You have your upline platinum or diamond, Catherine, Lynn, me. You have support. Go to your support channels, you know, for help. You want to become independent as soon as you can. I will be moving all my communication to WhatsApp just to simplify life. And in the afternoons, I'm going back to basics myself. My mornings are dedicated to my business.